Hello, hello. How y'all doing today? Hopefully pretty well. Hope you all had a wonderful week, having a wonderful day. We had a surprise stream yesterday where we did some Uno, which was a good time. I actually managed to send that short out recently as well. But we haven't had a good old Sunday chill day in a long time. And actually, let's make sure. Yeah. I don't think there's no more audio issues that we had last time. I forgot to change those, kind of revert them back from the original. But it's fine. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, last time we streamed, there was an echo, and that is because I'm in the middle of making a video now where I wanted to separate the audio tracks between the game that I was playing and my voice. And if I can try to make that work while also being good to stream, I will in the future. But for now, I kind of reverted it back, but not completely. So there's a setting in OBS that allows you to be able to, produce more than one different channel. But that means it does, if you have both checked, then it does it twice. So, it's just one of those things. But I don't know how the weather is for y'all, but for me it's beautiful. But we'll go ahead and get started. So for those that are unfamiliar, Sunday Chill Day is kind of like a meeting, but it doesn't suck. You know what I mean? Because the way I view it is, y'all, the community, are the people that I need to be communicating fairly often with. Like, you all are the ones that I am making sure, like, I'm making things for, that I need feedback from. So Sundays are days where, for the most part, it's just a community focused day where we go over what we did over the week, what we're planning on doing next week, and kind of like insights as far as things happening in the background, as far as, the LLC and me streaming and what I've been working on. And then once we go over everything, we play whatever kind of game y'all are thinking, or maybe I make another emote, or, well, unfortunately we haven't got to the point we can make emotes yet, but work on art for y'all to to enjoy. But yeah, so it's been quite a few weeks at this point since the last time we've done this. So, and with that, we're gonna start out with the thing that keeps me at least somewhat active, in which y'all are more than welcome to kind of do it at the same time with your own tracking if you so desire. But for me, it's a workout regimen in which, by sharing it with y'all, it kind of adds an extra amount of weight to me trying to be consistent with it, So, but it's been such a hot minute that I don't even know. Alright, so last time it was 12. So we've done this twice, and I haven't updated it. So let's go ahead and do that. Luckily, things have been increasing pretty well, actually. I've been getting 2 extra reps in every week. And even though there was a significant break, I don't know where, but we will see eventually. But there was definitely a few weeks where I just did not work out. Either I was out of town, or 3:10:27 and then 3:10:12. I did lose a lot on the calves, but that makes sense. Calves are one of those things that, or at least from what I've heard, He's one of the more difficult muscles to sustain and grow. It's just very difficult. I was lucky enough that it's one of the few good things that my father passed down to me. I got my father's calves. All right, let's see here. Seated leg curl. We did 140, 14, and then we moved to 150. We were stuck on 140 for a long time for seated leg curl, so we finally broke that barrier. Thank God. Leg extension, 260, 19, and then in I tried to do 260. Well, first I tried 270, then I tried 260. I could barely lift the thing, so we're just going. I just kind of was just like, we're gonna skip that. Back extension 220, 23, and then 230 at 20. I could have done a little more with the 230, but because I was going to be standing a lot today, for those that don't know, I use a standing desk. Mostly because sitting around for long periods of time is not good for you. Granted, I've also learned that standing up also hurts a bit. I think I need a good padding for where I'm standing, because the spot where I stand all the time is starting to be noticeably different than the rest of the carpet. But no, it's I learned a long while back that I had a higher risk genetically of like thrombosis, deep vein thrombosis and stuff, which made sense because I lived a very sedentary lifestyle. I sat down for long periods of time, and then as I've grown older, I've become more and more just like cautious of like blood clot kind of issues. So I switched to a standing desk, and to be honest, if you're ever curious as far as like what the difference would be, it's not that bad. It's really not. I thought it would be a lot more of an adjustment than it was. Literally, when I started standing instead of sitting, it was negligible. I will say that I am also considering maybe doing like a kind of like a walk pad, where it's like a little mini treadmill, and just do that, because the way, for those that don't know how your legs work, because your legs are so far from your heart that your heart can't really pull the blood back out very easily. So the way that it works is that you walking pushes the blood back up your legs. So because of that, if you are standing or if you're not moving, you're not pumping the blood back where it should be. Like, your body is built to walk. It is one of the biggest benefits that we have as humans, to like walk long distances, and it also allows us to walk long distances, right? And so because of that, me standing for 4 hours, it pools considerably. Well, like I sometimes have like feet that feel like they're swollen a bit. So I want more of that, like just casual walking, not anything crazy. If anything, we could potentially do some funny stuff where maybe I can hook up the treadmill to the game, so then it's like y'all can mess with the treadmill speed. I think that would be kind of funny. It's like, guys, no, turn it down, please, no, I can't run that fast. No, I can't. I'm not a sprinter anymore. I can't sprint anymore. Oh man, that would be pretty funny. Now that I think about it, that could be pretty good. But I would need to get a special kind of treadmill for that, I think. Anyway, as funny as that would be, that would allow even though, don't get me wrong, it would still be a strain. It would still be a strain on the body, but I think it would be less of a strain on the body. I think standing is better than sitting, and I think walking is better than standing. And I think that's as good as we're gonna get. And then it's like I'll just walk, just normal pace, nothing crazy, nothing to the extent where I'm like breathing in y'all's ears, you know what I mean? So, yes. 210, we're up to 16, and then we were able to get to 10 with 210. So abdominally, I lost a considerable amount of progress. I'm kind of back down to where I was before. Okay, for chest press, 813 was last, so we'll do 180, 15. No, I think there was nothing this week. I don't remember. We'll just say this week we didn't do anything, and we'll just start here. Because I don't think it matters. I think it's just we missed a couple weeks, and we just need to note that. So 180, 15. So we progressed a little bit on the chest press. 138. We might need to just... I don't know what to do with the overhead press. 10, 8. We're doing so little. I feel like we need to go back down. I don't know, man. And then... This is also an NA. Probably because someone took the machine, if I had to guess. Then for row, we did... What happened here? What's with all these NAs? Okay. We have couple here, for whatever reason. We're gonna do 180, 12. I have so many okay, it's fine. And then 180 and then 5. Big dip. But I did note that we did this one last, so I usually do things in a certain order so that they're consistent. But because I did the first one last, I had a lot less in me at the end, but it also means that maybe I'm pushing myself too hard if I'm not consistent across all the machines, you know what I mean? So that one we went up 95, 10, and then we're up to finally 100 for the arm curl, even though we only did 7 of them. 160, 15, then 169. Okay. So, I've been really bad with that, but hey, we did it today. That's what matters. Actually, I heard a ping. Okay. Maybe I can go ahead and start sharing that part. So before we get into schedule, actually, you know what? We'll dip into schedule now. So what did I do in this past week? Actually, your main man did actually a good. We did good. We did good this week. Granted, only half the week. So last Sunday, for those that don't know, we were playing some games, and then a micro pulse came in. I think that's the name. Hold on. Is it called the micro pulse? Micro pulse. Weather. Continuous unattended monitoring. Maybe it was micro surge. Macro burst. That's what it was. It was micro something. Micro burst. And what micro burst does is a weather pattern where there's a sudden drop in pressure, and essentially it's like the sky breaks open. Like everything just pours in from up above, and it was hail. You could hear it in the VOD. I was like, what's that noise? And it was hail hitting my sunlight, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh man, it must be raining really hard. And then the stream cut off because my power went out, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I live on the same electric grid as a hospital. So because of that, I was like, oh, that's a big problem. And it was one of the big reasons why I moved to this location, is because of the fact of like, oh, if I lose power, I'm priority numero uno, because a hospital's on the same grid. And I looked outside and I couldn't see outside. It was raining so hard. It was just a sheet of water. I could not see the trees outside. and it was hailing and that bad. I was just like, oh my god, it's so bad outside. And then like not 10 minutes later, it was gone, clear as day, perfectly fine. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe that means that the power will be back on soon. And and then it proceeded to not come back on. And so I literally charged my phone at a Five Guys. Because all I had was my phone. So I was like, I'm gonna charge this shit up now. And I also messaged, you know, people on stream on my phone being like, hey, I'm alive, just power went out. How you doing, vibing? Pretty good. Just going over our past week, and I was talking about my power going out last Sunday from a microburst, and it was out to like 3 a.m. Good. Did you have a good week? On my end, I actually had a friends come over, which is why I didn't stream Monday or Tuesday. And Sunday because I was out of power, but Monday and Tuesday I had guests, so that's why I didn't stream. But you know, it was a good time. It was fun. Also Thursday, we had some people who didn't go back till later, so I did cancel Thursday's stream as well. But you know, as far as the amount of streams that we got, wasn't great. But I refuse to sacrifice my social life, so we'll see if that bites me in the butt in the future. But what I wanted to share with y'all is what I had set up in social media. I kind of reinvested back in and kind of restructured everything. So now not only do I have a YouTube, but I have an Instagram, I have a YouTube, a Twitter, and a TikTok. And I was considering a Facebook, but I haven't decided to like go whole hog into that. Actually, speaking of Facebook, my personal Facebook got hacked like a few days ago, and I got messages from all my friends. This was while my friends were here, and they were like, hey, you're not selling Taylor Swift tickets, are you? I'm like, no. Why did you say that? Because someone hacked my Facebook and started selling fake Taylor Swift tickets. It was so bad. And I'm like, all right, well, time to lock down that account. I guess if I wasn't using Facebook, I guess Facebook thought to just, someone's got to use this. So I had to kind of erase everything and then make another statement saying like, hey, just letting you know, I'm not selling Taylor Swift tickets. However, the good thing that came out of it, I got in contact with one of my ex-coworkers who is a huge Swiftie, so she messaged me out of the blue and was just like, are you really selling Taylor Swift tickets? I'm like, no, I'm not one of those. She knows that if I ever came into contact with Taylor Swift tickets, I would have just messaged her directly. I would have just gave it to her. I would have sold it to her right away. Like, come on. But yeah, so I made these different socials. I keep on postponing, but I need to stop postponing Twitter, because I'm not a Twitter guy. I didn't use Twitter before, or sorry, not Twitter, X. I don't use X before, and like, but it's something that I need to do, and I know I need to do. So the way that this is going to work is that Discord is still going to be our main hub. Discord is our main group get together. I'm funneling everybody into Discord. That's kind of the goal. And then also like the second tier that's essentially going along, actually, you know what? Mimicking the Discord is going to be X. X is essentially going to be the main, like, what I'm working on a daily basis. It's what I'm telling you guys, like, hey, this is the progress for working on this. This is what I'm doing to putting into as like an additional video for coffee. Like, these are the things where you can kind of see behind the scenes that even though I may be silent for the most part in other areas, like, X is the location of like, oh, this is what I know that he's actually working on, right? And some days I might not have anything, but at least I'm gonna try my best to stay on top of that. But the first things first is that I need to, do that. We might do the fresh start when when we're done going over Sunday Chill Day stuff. Which, Agent, by the way, I don't know if we've had one since you've joined us, but Sunday Chill Day for the most part, we didn't do this last week because I didn't feel up to it. But it's a kind of like a synopsis or summary of what we did the last week and what we plan to do next week, and it gives y'all the glimpse of like what I've been working on and what I'm going to work on, and to keep y'all in the loop and get feedback from y'all. So it's just very much a kind of like a much more personal conversation with y'all compared to a normal stream. So that's the main point of X, is just kind of like communicating with y'all. So I was originally also thinking like X would have been perfect to tell y'all that my power went out. You can see this is Mama Dodo without the additional clothes. Mama Dodo, she's purple because of the miasma. You've been always able to see Mama Dodo's bones. That's been a normal thing. She's just had extra layers before. Granted, I think most of the time you've seen her. No, you're not stupid at all. You're absolutely fine. In fact, Mama Dodo's probably gonna have a couple iterations in the future, so we'll see how she ends up, right? And then we have TikTok and Instagram, and and YouTube. So YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok are all going to be receiving the same like short form videos. So as I'm making short form videos, which I've already also adjusted, so that when I'm done with the live stream that day, I just pick a moment of that stream and then make a short form out of that and then post it for the next day. And then that's what I would consider like a maintenance. And we already have like, I want to say like 100 shorts in the backlog from when I was posting just YouTube shorts. And let me tell you, TikTok, my shorts are doing a lot better on TikTok than it was doing on YouTube. They're doing a lot better on there. So that's kind of like the plan for that, because of the way YouTube is. So unfortunately, I can only make 2 YouTube channels per year on YouTube. So I have to wait a year to add more. So for now, I've split it up with, we have a VOD, and then the shorts are now going to be on the VOD channel. So then I could attach, because when you post a short, you can say like it's from this video, but it has to be the video from that channel. So I can't cross streams, right? So the VOD's now going to be the VOD channel's now going to be the shorts and VOD channel, and then the main channel are going to be like videos that I plan on making for things that we've learned game development wise, moments of insight. Like I released a video recently about talking, learning to be okay with what you create, and that it's a learning and growing experience. I released that recently, and I'm working on a video now that is going to be you might laugh at this. It's going to be an ASMR horror video. I'm going to play Don't Scream, but it's from the point of view of a park tour guide who's just so fed up with the whole experience. and I really am in love with the idea, so that's what I've been working on. Hopefully I can get that out within the next week or so. So the main channel is gonna be a lot more of just kind of like edited. Oh, I also want to do best of on the main channel, because I love watching streamer like best of that month like compilations. So I've been working on that in the background as well. So that's going to be posted on the main channel. And I've also put together like a little card thing where like I have this link on all the different socials now. So when I pull it up, I can people can join like the Discord, they can join the Twitch, they can join all the socials just by clicking, and then it's only one link that they have to click. And I really like how it turned out. So that's kind of what I've done for this past week. But as far as what we are going to do now for our schedule, it's so bright. I'm so sorry. I wish there was a dark mode for Excel. I really do. It's the one complaint I have about Excel. As you can tell, I haven't been I haven't been active with it. I definitely should have. So what we're gonna do, today's the 25th. So we have Monday, Tuesday. So it will be, get these up. We'll do like this. There you go. And then I need a reminder that the PO box, I need to pay for that. But Monday will be game dev. Same with Thursday. And then I think it's just more Cult of the Lamb. I'm gonna say Cult of the Dodo. Some Cult of the Dodo for Tuesday and Friday. And what we're gonna work on the evening, the ASMR video. I want to work on that as far as short term. Oh, one of the things that I didn't mention is Instagram. What I want is to post like a lore picture for each week, once a week, preferably Saturdays. I wasn't able to do it last week because I wasn't able to work. There's too many things to work on with taking as long as a break as I did. But I also am looking at potentially making art and then maybe doing like starting off with an Etsy shop instead of just going full-blown merch. I should just kind of dip my toes in through Etsy. It'll be less of a like pay, but at least it's a good starting point, right? So that is also on my radar. And then on top of all this, we're still trying to do the lore video, but yeah, I don't think there's any. So we have ASMR, we have making art, maybe Etsy. That's what I'm thinking for these. And we pretty much skipped multiple weeks of game development at this point, so there's no way in hell that's getting pushed forward to the end of this month. Yeah. I think that's it as far as anything on my end. Yeah. All right. Pretty fast overall go through. Granted, we only had like a stream, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, so if you might be seeing more people joining into the Discord, you might be seeing more people coming in from the other social medias outreaching. So I also wanted to mention that because I got a ping that someone joined recently on the Discord, and I suspect it may have came from that end of things. But so now I think that we covered anything. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to play some fresh start with some cleaning games? Do we want to do some art? Do we want to just vibe? We can also see what other games are up and about if we want to do it that way. There's been a couple games on my radar now. It doesn't have to be a cleaning game. Or we can make we can draw something for y'all to interact with in the future. Really, the sky's the limit for y'all. if you have anything. But as I look, I don't think any of y'all are here. So if that's the case, I guess I get to just do whatever I want. So I feel bad playing Fresh Start without agents, because they're very with that. I guess we could check to see how much progress we lost with agent, you know? We could also check out that other game that Cute Boy mentioned. Where were the I put the recommended somewhere. No. I definitely put it somewhere. Did I put it in a notepad? Let's see. No. I didn't do that. It would definitely be in the Streamer Hub. Where? Maybe I wishlist it? No, it was an itch.io. It was an itch.io game. And I heard really good things about it. It was something that was on my radar for a while. Let's see here. Maybe I can look at my history. Was it this? Voices of the Void. Here we go. It's a name your own price. Should we switch gears to do it? We got a considerable amount of time. Or we could do Cult of the Lamb. Do we want to try something new with Voices of the Void? Or do we want to continue with our Cult of the Lamb gameplay? Let's add this to here. Stream ideas, games to play. We'll just add another thing called games to play. And this is, what was it called? Voices of the Void? Voices of the Void! We'll play it after Cult. If H comes back in here, is just like, I thought we were playing the game. He missed it. He had one chance, one opportunity. Mom spaghetti. All right, let's do it. Let's pull up Cult. Cult of the Dodo. But first things first, I gotta put on my garb. Yes. Let's see here. Where is the game? Game capture, here it is.